welcome. We're the Custodians. I'm Rhett.
Gabe.
And I'm Joe.
And we're here to react to some more Death Battle. This is going to be Simone the Digger versus Kyle Rayner. Gurren Lagann versus Green Lantern.
Technically White Lantern.
That is what is going to be the major threat this time around. Right out of the gate, I'm doubling down. I'm doubling down on Simone.
I'm
doubling
down on Simone the Digger.
Here, when you guys visit me later in June, we can all do our...
Yeah, so...
That'll be, yep.
The thing is I'm worried. Because,
Observable universe.
No, because he's a Green Lantern, which is already, like, probably outer. But then he's also a White Lantern, which, like, I think he, like, boxed out the source wall. Which, like, the source wall is, like, the actual comic book.
He broke the fourth wall.
And not to mention, like, he's been around since, like, Adolf Hitler. So, like... Well, not Kyle, but not Kyle, but Green Lanterns themselves, and so like
they've got a lot, and
they all scale to each other, right? Because it's the same fucking, it's the ring, you know. So like, you know, if one of them like gets rid of the color purple from the universe, like
they all got rid of the color.
They can all get rid of the color purple from the universe. So like, I'm really worried. Now, don't get me wrong, Simone. If you can't tell, I mean, we've all seen Gurren Lagann. Right?
Yep.
You know,
Real pilled.
Top 10 favorite show of all time here.
Real pilled.
Simone is in my top 10 favorite characters. The top 12, actually. I think we brought this up in a different reaction, but you know, here's
we did pick it up.
Favorites. In fact, I actually may be a little bit more on the level than these two for just how stupid Simone is, because obviously, you know, drill that's bigger than the observable universe, right? But like,
we know there's more to it than that.
Yeah, I mean, there's like specific levels of dimensional tiering, like how the anti-spiral has his domain inside, in between the membranes of the 10 and 11th dimension.
I don't know.
So he's really strong. He's got like probability altering missiles, missiles that can attack you on different time axes.
Hold on, what the?
No.
Time out. What does that mean?
Baby.
What does that mean?
He's got a drill, and he's gonna pierce it. I think we just lost Joe. But I don't know, just a White Lantern? That's horrifying.
I mean, I don't know enough about White Lanterns. I don't know enough about them. All I know is that they're all of the colors come together.
Yeah.
They're the strongest. And it's been a while, like a long time, since I've rewatched Gurren Lagann. So a lot of it might be... like, the only thing I can remember is, like, the observable universe. Anti-spiral drill and the final form of Super Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann. And it's like, I know he's busted, I know he's broken, I just can't remember the specific feats.
The thing that I'm wondering how they'll do for Gurren Lagann is he went from like star galaxy level to larger than the observable universe. What is it? The raging Big Bang storm, where he gets hit by a whole universe. Like, in the span of, like, 30 minutes. Like, he goes from that to that. So, like, Gurren Lagann can get, like, if he is weaker than Kyle, then he just might have to survive, like, 20 minutes. And, like, get that strong. You know, anything that allows him to win.
Look, we just have to believe in the Simone.
You're right. Why am I talking about numbers and scaling and all that horse shit? All right. Who cares about multi-dimensional whatevers? Okay. We've got a drill, and we're gonna pierce the heavens with it. So yeah, I double down.
Are we all going again for the same person?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what is the current points? Hold on. Do the points. What is the points?
The points.
I think I'm below by 2 right now.
Kyle and Simone, our current point standing is 8 points for me, 7 points for Joe, 8 points for Gabe.
Okay, so you and I are tied, and Joe's down by 1.
Correct.
Didn't we have a rule for if we all vote the same person?
Oh, if we all vote the same person, technically only the person who's behind can double down?
Can double down, yep. So Rhett and I get 1, Joe's doubling down.
I'm definitely not on Seaman. Okay.
Okay, so Red
but I said I was gonna double down at the end of the last fight, like the moment he was revealed. So like, I feel like I should get like a bypass clause. Like,
no. So
right. I'll double down for you, so if I can take the loss for you in case it happens, okay? Yeah. And like lose a point. All right.
No, but then this will work out perfectly because then if Simone wins, we'll all be tied.
And this is our second to last
Going
fight.
into
1,
the
2,
last
3, 4,
death
5,
battle.
6, 7, 8, 9.
All right, Simone, you got it. For the agenda demands. Okay, the agenda demands that we have a three-way tie going into the last fight.
Please,
okay?
please, Simone.
Don't believe in the us, Simone. Believe in the you that we believe in. So if you're wondering what our point system is for, basically we have a specific set of rules in regards to predicting and betting on who is going to win. If you bet the correct winner, you get a point. If you double down, you get 2 points, but if you lose on a double down, you lose a point. A triple down is kind of something that we sort of made up, but basically allows you to get 3 points, but if you get it wrong, you lose. What are you winning or losing? Why? The chance of taste bud survival. So, what we will do at the end of 10 fights, which will be next month, is the 2 losers have to be on stream live eating hot wings. And they cannot be mild. They gotta be...
Answer question. I thought they were doing the, like...
We're doing a hot ones. We're doing an anime hot ones.
Well, I'm gonna have, as we do that, I'm gonna have older death battles that we haven't reacted to up for us to commentate on as well. Just to keep it on the death battle.
There you go.
The topic. I'm ready to get started. I've been ready to get started on this one since the Kickstarter campaign. When they announced this fight. This was my most anticipated fight of the Kickstarter campaign. Even more so than Hulk versus Godzilla. And Hulk's my favorite character in fiction. I just don't want to think about him potentially going 0-3. That's just untenable.
Do we know who's next? Do we know who's next or
no?
After this.
The only ones from the Kickstarter that haven't gone are Hulkzilla, Wily Tom, Aang and Traveler, and Gru and Megamind. Technically, we also have Lightburst Columbo, but that is a special thing that the lead writer Liam, one of the head writers, Liam, is.
That one's gonna be interesting. I'll be fun to see that one.
Right? I just want Megamind Gru. I want Megamind Gru.
Who wins that one, by the way? I gotta go with Megamind. Although
Megamind.
Gru was able to like dodge missiles,
That's true. He punched a great white shark.
He punched a great white shark? Like...
Anyways, we digress.
Maybe Megamind can get Metro Man scaling. Anyways,
We'll get there when we get there!
Yeah, next one. Alright, so, this is Kyle versus Simone. But before we get started, please like, comment, and subscribe. Follow us on social media. Links are in the top description, like Twitter and Twitch. That, if you will, please go support us on Patreon. You get a shout out at the end of the video, as well as access to Patreon exclusive polls, our Discord, and full-length early reactions. Now, with all that out of the way, let's get started.
Let's start, goddammit.
This is Simone versus Kyle. The most basic sounding fight ever with no context. It's Simon Cowell. Ready? Anka. In 3, 2, 1, go.
Whoa.
Simone the Digger.
My goat!
Rayner, the White Lantern.
And you know what? Kyle needs some love.
The heavens and conquer infinity. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick. And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Oh boy.
Deep underground, Jiha Village.
A young dwarf dreaming of a world.
Above their squalid cave.
That's where the hero of our story comes
Gabe,
in.
can you lower your chair just
the young man who would lead his comrades into the sunlight at
Gabe?
last. Kamina,
you lower your chair.
Oh, and his little brother from another.
It's
Simone.
too fun.
He was there too, I guess.
My chair doesn't go any lower.
Digger, content to drill endlessly through the dirt.
And move your
until
camera.
the day he found the core drill.
A key that activated the mysterious buried mech that Kamina named
Logon.
Under his
Just like the
magnificently
anti-spiral.
masculine leadership, Kamina finally drilled their way to freedom, seeing the sun.
One of my
after
favorite
a
tracks,
life
the one
in
that plays
dark.
right
But
here.
the sky was
Pierce
by
the heavens
no
with your
means the
drill.
limit.
I
The
love it.
surface was
It probably
ruled by
played during the
cruel
beginning of this video.
chimeric beastmen, and Kamina would lead his compatriots against them to reclaim
Oh,
the
that's the
Earth.
meme of him
Never-ending
drawing his sword.
The never-ending blade.
Aptly named Gurren.
And as befits Kamina and Simon's unbreakable brotherly bond, Gurren and Logon merged.
Manly combining.
Logon.
With
Gurren
Kamina piloting
Lagann!
the body ahead, these two were unstoppable.
Of all the giant fighting robots in all the animes across history,
This is the
Gurren
best
Lagann
one.
might just be the
Yep.
absolute coolest. Fueled
Yes.
by
Yep.
his pilot's
That's hands
willpower
down.
and capable
Yeah, the
of
design's
making
great.
any weapon
He's
they can
shorter than
imagine.
Aaron.
Including missiles, a jetpack, a sunglasses boomerang, and of course,
Drills!
Hey.
Wrist-mounted drills, kunai drills, shield
Yeah,
drills,
sunglasses
and everyone's
drills.
favorite, the
Giga drill.
Yeah.
Side note,
Break
it is so
it!
funny that the only thing they could think of was drills. That's like if I made booze or something, my whole personality.
Drills are
with
such an
Gurren Lagann's
awesome
power,
thematic
Kamina
weapon
laid
for the
waste to
series.
enemy forces,
Yeah,
liberated
yeah.
human villages,
God, I
and
love it.
fomented a rebellion against the Beastmen King, Lord Genome.
Until Kamina died. Oh, wait.
Oh,
Wait,
spoilers.
Is that
It's a
supposed
terrible
to
day
happen?
for
Nope,
Rain.
and it was all Simon's fault. He let his willpower waver.
One of the
and his
worst
soul
fucking
brother
things
paid
ever.
The price. After all, he was just a humble digger, at home in the darkness, guided solely by the light of Kamina's spirit.
So his big bro left him with these final words. Have faith in
Wake
the
up,
Simone
get up,
who
get out
believes
there.
in you. Damn.
Kamina was the one looking up to him the whole time. It was Simone who found Logon, Simone who pierced the surface, and Simone who would now lead humanity to victory.
Especially with his gal pal Nia at his side, who helped pull him out of his rut and kick Lord Genome's ass. But victory
Yeah,
only
that shit
lasted
was so
7
dope.
years.
We still have
before
so
the
much to go
anti-spiral
over.
attack.
Unimaginably powerful godlike aliens, the anti-spiral
yes,
feared
the moon.
humanity's potential, what they dubbed
When the world
spiral
fills with a
nemesis.
million
Remember how
apes,
Gurren
the
Lagann
moon
runs
will
on
become
fighting
hell's
spirit?
messenger.
Turns out that's just a manifestation of spiral power, an energy that all spiral beings, like humans, have. That's right.
I wanna see a
the
T-Rex
laws
with
of
spiral
physics
energy.
Run on chutzpah.
Yeah.
Just as the spiral turned inward represents
Gurren
endless
Lagann
obsession
riding a
and
giant
madness,
T-Rex running
the
on spiral
spiral
energy.
turned outward spins forever into infinity, the perfect
That's right.
representation of humanity's evolutionary
Uh-huh.
potential.
Potential Simon would use as he led Team Dai Gurren across the multiverse.
Dai
to beat the
Gurren.
winds of
If you
the
don't know,
anti-spiral.
now you know.
And this is when Gurren Lagann gets crazy.
Channeling spiral
Yeah.
power lets you constantly adapt to threats, no matter how overwhelming. Simone can create portals to different
No
realities.
goats, we
and
got
higher
this. We
dimensions.
got this. She's
Double
literally
tap.
here.
Yeah,
Absorb
cities.
energy attacks, and even merge Gurren
Moon
Lagann
size
with bigger
full
Moon
drill.
size full drill.
Why are there so many shadows?
Yeah,
on your
observing-
face?
Gurren Lagann.
Yeah.
Why can you just watch the reaction?
Probability missiles, there they are. The probability missiles.
Yep.
Or the Super Galaxy Gurren Lagann, which can fire lasers that are fast enough to hit, and I quote, all time, space, and dimensions. All within a
Nice.
blink instant.
That's
Oh,
the smallest
oh,
unit of
great.
time physically
Blink
possible.
time?
Meaning each laser would have to be
So we're
moving,
going more with just the animes and the movies.
4.6 times 10 to the 117th power times faster than light. Oh, well, looks like this wins the award for fastest calculated speed feat in our show's history.
Hey,
Congratulations.
it beat SpongeBob.
SpongeBob, you've been dethroned.
No!
Says they hit an innumerable number of enemies across infinite universes. You literally cannot calculate how fast that is.
But it wasn't enough to escape the anti-spiral.
The Anti-Spiral is one of my favorite designed antagonists. I just
An attack
fucking
that
love him.
imprisoned Simone in his own unique multiverse, forced to experience an infinite
Oh, it's
number
a
of
domain
alternate
expansion.
I need to
realities
rewatch
that
Gurren
control his
Lagann so I
mind,
can
Yeah.
permanently
minorly
arresting him
comprehend
in a
this
dream
shit.
world.
Except Simone and his spiral power
There's
are
two
just built
communists?
different.
Yep,
And after
pick
being
your favorite.
inspired by his bro,
I don't remember that
Simone
part. What?
absorbed that whole multiverse to escape.
What makes this even more impressive is that this labyrinth was 11-dimensional, meaning Simone
What?
absorbed a higher dimensional structure several orders of infinity greater than himself.
Yeah,
The
you know-
jump
What
between
does that
dimensions
No, they're
mean?
is
explaining it.
infinite. Each new dimension adds a new direction of space that
Then you get a
extends
Tesseract,
infinitely.
and
Yeah,
then another cube made of
time.
Tesseract.
Size and scope.
What?
Oh, we're just getting started. Imagine a two-dimensional drawing interacting with a three-dimensional person.
Okay. That's not too far off from what actually happened.
Because when Simon absorbed the multiverse labyrinth, he merged with every alternate universe version of himself, including an alternate universe Simon.
Oh shit, we're bringing up this
alternate universe version of Gurren Lagann. And that author's spiral power made his fictional Simon real, adding another to the mix.
Wait, if every human being
bringing
has
that up.
spiral power, you're telling me we can all do this shit?
This all
there
gave
goes, got
Simon
this.
enough spiral power to form the
Let the
next step in
bullshittery-
mecha evolution.
Super Tengen Toppa
victory.
Gurren Lagann.
Gurren Lagann.
This
No,
is
just
what
Tengen
Lagann
Toppa.
gets
Just Tengen Toppa.
Actually fucking
This
crazy.
galaxy size. Don't
Like
worry about it.
shooting missiles that alter probability so they have a 100% chance of hitting you, or tossing galaxies around like frisbees. Sorry, did I say galaxies? I meant universes.
Simon's power was
Yeah.
so immense that he started generating super spiral space, a higher dimension encompassing our own universe.
What?
With it, Simon turns his
love
thoughts
this
into
shit.
reality, letting him create his mech and all of
That's
his
literally the
weapons
shit
in
you
the
come up
first
with like
place.
on the
Not only does
playground.
this mean
Let me break it down. Let me break it down for you. It's really simple. It's called Do the Impossible, See the Invisible. All right?
Whoa, whoa.
Fight the
I'm still
power.
calling.
Power.
I'm still calling it.
Quantum
They're putting that
breakdown.
song
Or
in the
Nia,
fight.
now the best wife in the universe, used spiral power to constantly
I've got the
regenerate
best
her
best
body
ref.
from being
The
a
drill
Best wife in the
guy.
universe.
transformational
Swing.
level for 7 days straight.
Information in physics is essentially the ones and zeros that make up every possible outcome in reality. Nia literally
Ben 10
regenerated
reference,
from the
nice.
statistical certainty of her own destruction.
If I have spiral power, whiz, when the fuck is my leg growing back?
When even this was not enough for the anti-spiral, Simon evolved one more time.
Yes.
Super Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann!
This mech is so big, its size is literally incalculable. And with a drill somehow even larger than that, Simon and his friends shattered
Yep.
the anti-spiral once and for all.
Hey, cruel
Yeah.
indifference of the universe. Meet the indomitable
Human spirit. There we go.
Proving
Yeah.
God's word
Oh my
Fucking
God.
said it.
that Simon's drill is the drill that would pierce the heavens.
With
They said it,
no
they
more
said it, they
worlds
said it.
left to conquer, Simon chose to wander the earth for the rest of his days in service to others.
Always
'Cause the
looking
lights
up.
in the
For all
sky
the
are
lights in the
stars.
sky are stars, and every star another world of spiral cousins that can live free.
All thanks to a humble digger.
We gotta watch the show again.
The universe
God.
is a dangerous place.
Nah, bro, I don't care about this guy. Get him
I
out of
don't
here.
care if
don't
he
give
has
a
a source wall. Walls are meant to drill through.
You know who to call.
The Green Lantern Corps. They're
What?
the space
Oh,
fuzz, an
don't show the Ryan
intergalactic
Reynolds
police
movie.
force
Don't show
founded
it.
Billions of years ago by blue leprechaun
Unironically,
gods.
though,
Greatest Green
a
Lantern among
Green
them
Lantern
was
ring
everyone's favorite.
might be one of the
Hal
greatest
Jordan.
bang for
You
your
know
buck
him.
items you
You
can
love
grab
him.
from fiction.
You
Yes,
might
that-
hate him. But I respect the man with a will as unbreakable as Hal's.
Until the day his will broke.
After his hometown got completely
My goat would never.
obliterated, Hal lost his
Your
mind.
goat actually did,
He rampaged through
once.
the core, killing everyone in his path, and absorbed
became
the central power
Parallax.
battery,
Yeah.
the literal Green Lantern.
Becoming the Emerald Tyrant, Parallax.
There was only one survivor. of
Hey, everybody
Parallax's
fucks up
killing
once,
spree.
okay? Everybody gets one.
And with what remained of his strength, he gave the last Green Lantern ring in the universe to a human, Kyle Rayner.
So, was Kyle picked for his indomitable willpower like Hal was?
He was just there. He had no idea what was going on. Must feel good being given the most dangerous
He likes
magical weapon
camera.
in existence to figure out on your
Who
own.
doesn't?
Hey, if
He
Colonel
dislikes
Sanders,
Jaws
Space
and
Weed,
loves
a sentient
Triangle.
fox can master it. What's your excuse, Kyle?
The Green Lantern ring can do anything, fulfilling
Well, there you go.
any
He said
wish
it.
its
He
user
can beat
desires
Gurren
as
Lagann.
though
It said it
were
can do
a genie
anything.
From a lamp.
It lets you fire energy
But, like, my
blasts,
power
create force
breaks
fields,
through the
affect
heavens, though.
gravity,
My power
turn
is
invisible
beats
and
your power
invisible,
because
power
mine
is
says
maximum.
above.
time travel.
Mine says that it can beat anything, so that
Things
means it
from
can beat yours.
existence.
Think we're exaggerating?
Mine's anything yours can
consider
do,
the
plus
time
one.
Kyle stretched the
Yep,
very
yep.
fabric
Good.
of space to increase the
Reality
plot
warping,
length of
antimatter,
Anything,
mind
anything
reading,
and everything.
gravity.
times
Anything,
over.
anything
Matter
and
Resistance
everything.
reality
time
warp.
travel,
Light year.
Lanterns can
intangibility.
travel in space, letting them fly so fast they can create a Speed Force singularity.
Tapping into the Speed Force requires entering
Ah!
a
What does that
higher
even mean?
dimension of space, requiring speeds
No!
These take
Yeah, there's about the
comments.
Speed Force. It's
but
over.
totally amazing.
No!
And the rings have an
No,
artificial
don't deal with
intelligence
the
that
Speed
operates
Force,
just
no!
as fast, automatically protecting its user from danger.
Like the time that Poozer Kilowog survived
Survived.
being erased from existence by the Crisis on Infinite Earth.
The
Yeah.
ring is fueled by its user's
Kilowog survived
willpower
the
and limited
Crisis
only
on
by their
Infinite Earth.
imagination.
Well, Hal may have had got the greatest willpower in the Corps, Kyle's imagination is unmatched. Probably because he's a comic book artist. And we know from this show, they think of some wild shit.
But the Green Lantern's most recognizable ability is their
Yay,
Got him in a
Paradoom!
vice.
Samurai armor, pirate
Paradoom's
ships,
just
giant
parademons.
dragons, actual working home computers, and his favorite.
I thought those ones were
super
Paradooms.
fighting
They might have been. I
robots.
hated that movie.
Hey, that one looks familiar.
Kyle can make them strong.
All right, we
enough to
better
lift
get
the
at least one
spectrum,
little
weighs
bit of
as
a
much
robot
as
fight.
Oh, but
eternity.
definitely.
Or hold back a
course we are.
12.3 dimensional Big Bang. Wait, point.
Wait, what?
Wait, 12?
DC's multiverse
You
has
say 12.3?
12.3
Yeah.
dimensions? That is the stupidest
Oh,
thing
fuck,
I've
that's more
ever
than
heard.
11.
Rings
We're
only
fucked.
have
We're
it's
fucked.
limited to
God.
Wait, no, I'm hope
So
pilled.
it
Nope.
can blow up universes, but it has the battery of an iPhone. Never mind, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Although I'd say Kyle's biggest weakness was Kyle. With great power came no responsibility.
Perhaps a manifestation of Kyle's self-doubt. Any reflection came too late, though,
Uh-oh.
when one of Kyle's villains brutally murdered his girlfriend, Alex, and put her
Good
Put her
body
in a
Lord.
fridge.
Kyle wasn't the only one traumatized. This moment was so infamous, it started the trope called fridging.
for how female characters are often sacrificed as mere plot devices to further a male character's development.
So it might surprise you that it happened to Kyle again.
Kyle finally got serious. He became a prominent member of the Justice League, faced off against Hal,
Oh, that was
and
back
even
when
rebuilt
Superman
the
was
Green Lantern
blue.
Corps better than ever.
But little did he know, this torchbearer's greatest journey had only just begun.
In order to save
did he
Gabe
beat Hal?
from an emotional lobotomy, it's a long story, he had to master all the colors of the emotional electromagnetic spectrum.
And become
There are
Captain
seven
boy.
Planet.
colors, each representing a different emotion. The yellow light of fear lets Kyle manipulate the worst horrors in your mind.
He allows him to
The more
pee
you
while
Lanterns even know what
dehydrated.
napalm is. They call it
Orange light is
napalm
fueled by
plasma breath.
bottomless
He can
universe.
breathe
This
while
is
he
how
drinks
those are not only his
water.
enemies' attacks, but also their
God.
souls.
Red is rage, ripping out Kyle's heart and replacing his blood with napalm. Which
Nice.
sounds like it sucks, but it's metal as hell.
Yeah.
I would do that.
Cross it is.
That's pretty
I
dope.
do
To
that.
heal wounds, resist mental
So,
domination, and supercharge his
With
ring.
Green Lanterns and Blue Lanterns,
Reducing his
they like
opponent's will to fight
massively
and
power
putting
each
him
other
open
up.
portals across space,
So is he just an
connecting him
infinite
to others.
feedback
The
loop of
final
that?
one was the Sapphire Light
We'll find
of
out.
Love. With it, he can trap enemies within crystal matrices and control their minds. But Kyle only mastered it by forgiving himself for Alex's tragic death.
Oh,
That's good.
self-love. I get it. Must be nice. And with their powers combined, he doesn't just make his enemies taste the rainbow.
The lights of the spectrum merged, and Kyle became a White Lantern with total control over the power
Literal aura.
of life.
Wiz, I cannot think of an attack more useless in a death battle than something that makes you live.
Empowered by the physical embodiment of
Huh?
all life
Yeah,
in
get
the DC
bodied,
multiverse,
Necron, you
Kyle
bum.
is vastly more powerful than any other Lantern in existence.
Far stronger than Hal, who could harness the
Richard, did
energy
he
of every
fight
power
Hal?
battery across the multiverse.
Not only can Kyle instantly heal all wounds, purify corruption, and resurrect the dead, the white light of life is strong enough to go up against threats to all of creation.
That fucking Galactus?
Anti-Monitor.
Okay,
The
so
who?
it's not totally
You know who the
useless.
anti-monitor
Especially
is?
after Kyle
I've
visited
heard of
the
him,
source and
I
acquired
think.
the life equation. Essentially the source.
Oh, he got the
of
life equation?
reality.
Oh,
The
shit.
equation is mathematical proof that life is worth living.
With it,
Yeah.
Kyle can alter all of reality at a whim, even threatening the new gods like Darkseid.
The life equation, like its counterpart, the anti-life equation, is a conceptual artifact from a higher reality, originating in a platonic realm
Yep.
that is.
I like
in
how
a
it's saying
sense,
master the
more
emotional spectrum.
real
So like, so
than we are.
you're
So
a
it's
good
not
human
shit
being.
that
I
these
can
guys
find
make
command.
Kyle too powerful.
Get over your emotions.
Control it, and it subconsciously manifested a being composed of his fears and anxieties. Oblivion. Kyle's greatest weakness was
What
still
the fuck?
himself.
Kyle spent his whole life struggling with the power that the gods granted him, and throughout it all, he always rose to the occasion, carrying the universe on his back.
But ultimately, the only way to stop power from corrupting is to
Together.
spread it. So Kyle split the life equation into pieces to found his second core, the White Lanterns. And together, they shattered oblivion, destroying the self-doubt that plagued Kyle once and for all.
Not bad for a
What a
Go,
goat.
Kyle.
from LA.
Yeah.
What a goat.
He was the one giving out rings of unlimited power to people who weren't sure if they could command it.
So he told them the truth. You can't teach someone how to use such power. You have to learn yourself, making mistakes along the
Cop
way.
out.
But with the
Kyle
power
was
of
just like,
life
I ain't
at their
bothering.
command, there's no end to their journey. Only endless beginnings.
I go, Kyle.
Not as hope pilled.
Hey,
But
remember
like
the
he
years
needs to
of
like
Galaxy?
give it to other
No?
people instead
Oh.
of just hope pill himself.
Well,
like
Hold
he's
on,
saying.
wait.
This is
Is this
I know about this announcement. This is kind of important for them.
That's
not
because it was
necessarily
taken off
for us.
YouTube for being too
It is for me because I want to
animated.
watch the death battle.
We've got a solution. It's our own website.
Yep.
That's www.deathbattle.gg. It's like our
Oh.
own private Patreon with a store for Death Battle merch and a complete Death Battle video archive. It's got episodes
Nice.
YouTube is banned, blocked, and censored, and there's even more goodies on the way. So check out deathbattle.gg live right now.
Rhett's just like, shut up and take my money.
They're already taking a lot of my money all the time, constantly. But yeah, so
Wow, okay.
they got a lot deeper into the dimensional tiering nonsense stuff.
I didn't realize that the life equation was a thing.
Yeah, no. There's a lot of people out there that have no idea what the anti-life equation is, but like at least that's like
Oh, I heard that comes a dark side.
exactly that's Darkseid's death.
This whole MO, like,
Thanos,
oh
you
my
know?
god, I need to know what death plus death equals.
You know, I don't like. We could talk about it, sure. Like, oh, they both have access. I think Kyle sounds like he has he can do more things, right? But
Yeah.
like, Simone can like.
The infinite potential, baby.
Simone has resistances to the things that matter. You know, like time messery and reality messery, right?
This
like-
all just feels so saturated because they all could just do it. It just feels like either can do whatever they want. Like this truly does feel like a playground fight of, oh, I've got a sword.
I got a
that
big
can cut
drill.
through
Well,
anything.
I got a cool ring that can do
It
anything.
can't do
And
anything.
it's just like,
Yeah,
well, my
like,
drill
it's
can
just-
destroy anything, and it's like, well, my drill can just things that you can't destroy. It's like, no, nah.
Yeah. It's just,
I mean,
Oh.
you have a spoof anime versus
I'd hardly
DC
call
Comics.
it a spoof. I'd hardly call it a spoof. But
I mean, is it not supposed to be?
no, it's not a spoof. It's just a spoof would be something entirely different. It is just it's a genre piece. You know, it is a mecha anime. It's just
This is
A
like
best
a
one.
parody almost of mecha anime.
I wouldn't call it a parody. I
would
really
not
wouldn't.
say this is a parody.
No.
What about this is parody?
Also, Joe, is it just me? Why is Gabe so harsh in shadow? Like
I don't know.
Right, will you just focus on the fucking content?
Can you keep your shit consistent for once? We had it
This is the
perfect last
exact
time.
same setup that it was
Perfect!
last time. It wasn't 3 p.m.
All right, but like I was saying, we could talk about this. We can go back and forth on who we think is going to win, but like we're already locked in. Does it
Yep.
matter? Does it change anything? I'm going to be rooting for my GOAT. Simo's got to win. But I will say this, though. Kyle doesn't get a lot of love from DC. To the point where I don't think you guys even knew who Kyle was before we went into this.
I didn't.
I don't know, like Hal Jordan and
John
Nathan
Stewart.
Stewart, John Stewart, and Guy
John
Gardner.
Stewart.
John Stewart and Guy Gardner.
Did you
That's
know
where I
who
knew
Guy
that.
Gardner was before the Superman trailers?
Yeah, I knew a little bit.
Like, you at least knew him. So even Guy Gardner, like, John Stewart, he had... the
John
Justice
Stewart,
League-
John Stewart and Hal Jordan get all the press.
At least from our generation, for sure. Because, you know, the
And
the
it's
Justice
not-
League,
it's not
Justice League
like
animated
we're-
series, you know, like...
We're not saying that it's undeserved. John Stewart is like, he's the one. Like he's.
Oh, he's my
kind of-
favorite. He's my favorite.
Yeah,
Green
he's
Lantern.
fucking awesome.
But again, that's
Hal Jordan is.
Kyle Rayner had one episode of Superman animated series, I think. But, like,
Oh really?
he wasn't the primary Lantern of that continuity. That was John.
Yeah.
And so, you know...
Hal Jordan and John.
Well,
They can't
Hal
get-
Jordan wasn't even in that show.
Well, but it's like Hal Jordan is like
He's
the
already-
Green
yeah,
Lantern
he
from,
is-
like the Justice League movies and the TV show. Yeah. So
Yeah, well, not. I don't think it. Well, he's been in a few TV shows, like, and he's got
Yeah,
animated
but
movies,
he was-
but and he's
yeah.
just like, oh, he's Green Lantern, right? Because he's the one with the movie and all the other, you know, he's kind of got that first Lantern, even though technically he wasn't, kind of notoriety. But Kyle's got nothing, right? Kyle's got no movies.
And somehow he's
an
the
episode of
strongest
show.
one.
Well, not somehow he's the strongest one. I'm glad that he is getting this attention, right? Because he is pretty cool. Like, there's a panel that, or like a comic where like all the Green Lanterns of Earth at the time were like fighting something together, and it goes over all the different ways they build things. John Stewart, he's like an engineer, and he builds things like an engineer. Everything is built from the inside out. Everything has like its mechanical place. But Kyle, he's like a painter, right? Everything, it like flows differently into something. It's like wildly creative. And it's a really, I don't know what comics from. I'm not a DC guy. But I have a feeling it's Green Lantern. But it's really cool that we're getting more stuff on Kyle. He's getting his name out there, right? But he's gonna lose!
He's still gonna get his ass kicked.
Yeah, anything else, guys?
Let's bring it home, Simone. Please.
Bring it home.
Agenda. The agenda demand.
Believe in the agenda that believes in me.
And guess what? If we can, if
the agenda believes in you.
we can all just. We can all just. I was gonna say something that probably would get us demonetized, but
Don't.
we'll commit crimes. There we go. I don't.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna. Where's my gun? I gotta put that on standby.
Wait.
Anga.
Oh yeah, we made that joke yesterday.
Yeah, we did. In 3, 2, 1, go.
All right,
The combatants are set.
And we've run the data through all possibilities.
Oh yeah, he was in the Lego game.
Wait, how do they run it through all probabilities when it's like?
We'll find out. Don't worry about it.
My goat.
All right, I'm not rusty at all.
Man, I just saw.
I wonder who his co-pilot's gonna be.
Hey!
Green Lantern Officer Kyle Rayner here. Ring says you've got a Class A galactic super weapon, whatever that is.
Ben 10
I'm thinking
reference.
it's the giant mech.
It's spinning the glasses.
Gurren Lagann's mine, officer. Just who the hell do you think you are?
And then they high-fived and got lunch. Balrog?
Whoa!
Guys,
Oh man, this escalated
that's
fast.
escalated really quickly.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm told I'm bad with authority.
Tell me about
oh my
it.
god.
Four?
that's pretty good. Not like we're already out in space now
Yep.
for this.
That's nothing! My drill will pierce the heavens!
Oh, he said it way too early. He said it way too early, guys. We're screwed.
Wait. What?
Holy shit!
We're already jumping to that?
Oh, this was so excessive. Oh wow!
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
Why does he look like a Chad?
Oh, he's Superman.
The impossible. See the invisible.
Touch the untouchable.
Break the unbreakable.
If you ain't know,
Now you know!
Now you know!
Probability missiles.
I had the best wife in the universe swing. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm Simone!
We're at the source wall.
If there's a wall in my way, I'll smash it down!
R.I.P.
Oh
Source.
god!
Yeah, fuck the source wall!
Oh
What am I
no!
looking at?
He's only three.
Stop fighting. Think about your fear of death, your love of your friends, your compassion for me, your hope for the future,
I'm gonna start
Nah.
crying.
life.
Stop.
Have faith in the Simone.
Oh, nice.
Believes in you.
Breaks the sky. Yeah!
The drill that will transcend the heavens. Giga drill free!
Get that shit! Get
Yeah,
that
no.
shit, boy! Get that shit!
Wait, make another drill.
What is he doing?
That's super duper
Oh,
drill.
that's pretty cool.
Oh, it's all of the ball of the rings!
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Okay, yep, so.
Yup, there we go. Get the,
The super weapon wasn't
Time to throw hands, bitch.
And then we just go
Time to throw
hands!
hands.
I'm taking you in.
Put him up,
In
bitch.
brightest day. In blackest night. No evil shall escape my
Don't
sight.
stay my might.
Let those who worship evil's might beware my power.
Put it in the Green Lantern.
Lantern's light. Oh, the eye.
Yeah!
Go!
Yeah! Come on, baby!
Wait, please.
You
Aura
make
Max.
a good lantern.
Simon of Earth, you have been chosen.
No need!
Who the hell do you think I am?
Holy shit!
When
Leave it spirit, bitch.
unlimited power,
Let's
it's hard to
fucking go.
judge them by our
The
normal
agenda.
standards. Take speed.
Oh my god!
Infinite number of targets all at once.
The
and Kyle can
agenda.
fly fast enough to surpass the normal concept of speed itself.
Okay, hold on.
Oh my
Space
god.
and time, things like strength and speed kind of become irrelevant.
Instead, let's analyze them through a lens more applicable to beings as absurd as Simone and Kyle. Their imagination, their willpower, and their ultimate potential.
Okay.
First
Oh, yes, yes, I love all these metrics.
Boundless things they could conjure to use against
Hey,
the
Kyle's
other.
gotta win
Both
this,
could think up
right?
just about anything.
Yeah, his whole shtick.
Simo's got a one track.
Simone's is like, I'm drills
Drills.
and bigger drills.
That's, yeah.
that Kyle hasn't encountered, like the probability-altering missiles, but it's likely
Yeah.
Kyle could adapt considering his ring could protect against existence being erased across the multiverse.
Yeah.
And in general, Kyle's constructs were a lot more creative than Simone's arsenal, which was mostly drills. Though, again, nothing Simone couldn't adapt to with, say, his energy absorption. Imagination is a draw.
That leaves the other main factor.
I'm not even sure if I know, but I'd give that to him.
I just
Unbelievable
think-
might, their willpower.
And that's
This is where my
probably
gut
gonna
wanes.
be the
Go
winning
back
factor
and look
here,
at the
since
text
it's the source
that's
of everything
going
for
around.
both of them. Whoever's got the
When they're in that,
stronger
like,
willpower,
20th
yeah.
dimension or whatever they're at.
Reality on a multiversal scale with their willpower, but we can
As
use
Simone take
dimensions
it?
to roughly calculate a difference. This might sound absurd for most characters, but it's necessary for beings as beyond the pale as Simone and Kyle.
the multiverse labyrinth that Simone
they're
absorbed
talking about the
contains
source wall.
11 spatial dimensions. That's 1.3 dimensions less than the multiverse Kyle's power can threaten.
And remember, each numbered dimension
Is
infinitely surpasses
infinitely
the one
higher.
below it.
Which
Game and
meant
Watch.
Kyle's willpower was stronger at a base level. However, that doesn't
Wow.
necessarily mean Kyle gets the edge, because if there's one thing both of these guys are known for, it's that they can always get stronger.
So to determine the limits of their willpower, we first need to understand their full potential.
Simone's whole deal
Oh,
with Spiral
okay.
is how he can constantly evolve to get stronger. So just because Simone starts off weaker doesn't mean he'll stay that way.
Yep.
Absorbing the multiverse labyrinth requires
That's what I
Simone to
said.
leapfrog several orders of infinity in an instant. Simone made himself that much stronger through sheer force of will.
More than enough to close the gap with Kyle, especially since Spiral Power also lets him regenerate his body down to an informational level. Kyle's never destroyed something that thoroughly before.
Without the ability to easily kill Simone, it was
That was
only a
fucking
matter of
hilarious.
My
time
favorite
before
part of the
Kyle's
whole
ring
thing.
ran
Yeah,
low
this-
on especially since Simone could likely regenerate for at least a week straight, like Nia did. While Blue Lantern Light could boost Kyle's power, he's never jumped several orders of infinity in strength like Simone has.
And while Kyle could manipulate emotions to reduce Simone's willpower, Simone resisting the labyrinth's mental manipulation meant he could power
Okay.
through anything Kyle threw at him.
Everything, that is, except for the life equation. It originated from a higher level of reality and would have more than even the odds.
Too bad Kyle couldn't control it. It was just as much a detriment to him as an asset, forcing him to
Interesting.
relinquish it to keep from destroying reality
Yep.
and himself.
Compare that to Simone, who merged with a version of himself writing a version of Gurren Lagann, and using spiral power to make that fiction
I'm
into
rewriting this
reality.
this
A
entire
pretty
fight.
similar level of reality to
So
the
I
life
win.
equation, and a level of power Simone had no trouble embracing and mastering by the end of his story. No matter how you look at it, Simone might start weaker, but his peak will always transcend Kyle's. Isn't that how all of Simone's battles usually go anyway?
Yes.
That's Gurren Lagann in a nutshell.
So Simone's
I like how his
incredible
cape is literally big
potential
enough to,
against
like,
Kyle,
dinner
which means
table
his
the
willpower
whole
was
universe.
ultimately
Universe.
greater.
Yeah.
Kyle may have embodied life itself, but Simone's unstoppable
Was just cooler,
evolutionary
you know, like-
potential
It was just better.
shatter even this lantern's light.
I like
Kyle
how
at least
Kyle
tagged
Rayner
the
played
fight,
the game
because
though
when
of
it
just
comes to death
the
battle
drill
losers,
versus
he
drill.
was a
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
ringer.
It's like, you know,
He knew
yeah,
what to do.
it's like-
He knew what to do.
Yeah.
He's got his shtick. He's sticking with it.
Battle.
Here we go.
Oh, it's Wily Tom!
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Subscribe and join as a member to
Okay.
see more Death
All right.
Oh fuck.
That our end's gonna be on a toon battle. Oh god.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh no.
I gotta...
I fucking love it. I love it. That's so good.
Oh, hold on. Let's get... Is there any credits?
Oh,
Can we see who animated this one? Maybe if we go into the actual...
You probably have it in the description.
Credits, showrunner, director, executive producer, writing, producer.
Animation, Assassin Knight, Larry Winwood, or Origin the Heroes.
Oh, it was Luis. Luis Just Cruz, Zach Watkins.
Animation, yeah, the directors were yeah.
Or animation, Assassin's Night, Larry Wood, Origin the Hero, Zach Watkins. Yeah. Oh, good on you guys. You did a great job.
That was.
Well, let's.
Bro, when each of them did their own like shtick, like their own saying, like when Simone was talking about the drill that'll pierce the heavens, and then when Kyle was talking about like in darkest day or in lightest day and blackest night, and I was just like, oh, I have so much hope, and so much will.
I could box Darkseid right now. Like, I was a little nervous. There's a thing in Death Battle. It's not real, but the idea that the person whips out their ultimate move or their final form first.
Yeah, you try and like predict the fight.
Yeah.
That's what we're like. Rhett would have shot himself at that one point where he's going through his inner monologue, but Rhett would have already shot himself. It's like, oh, he lost. Game over. It's like, no, wait, Rhett, it's not over yet.
But instead of it being ultimate forms or final moves, it was catchphrases. The fact that Simo said, "I'll pierce the sky" or whatever he says later. I don't remember the exact version of it they used, but I was just like,
"Oh, ascend." He's gonna say "ascend the heavens" later.
Bro, the outfit is throwing me off. All I see is Ben 10 when I look at this guy's outfit.
That's so funny you say that because obviously the last Green Lantern fight was Hal Jordan versus Ben 10.
Yeah, okay.
Which I hope this puts to bed. It's such a giga stomp for Green Lanterns everywhere. Like,
yeah.
The Omnitrix has got nothing on it, but
how Rayner just put the lanterns on the map, bro.
But this is how the Hal versus Ben fight starts, where Hal shows up and it's like, yeah, you've got a galactic Class A super weapon, you know. I like how Simone, he's got fucking responsibilities as being, well, maybe he's not. Maybe he's not the leader of Earth. No, because he left Gurren Lagann. I think he did. So if he's got
this looks like a younger version of him. Like, it doesn't look like he's the leader yet.
No, he's the leader. This is him as the leader.
Oh, maybe that's just the art then.
It's younger than we see him at the very, very end. But I like how he's got responsibilities and shit, and he's just like, I'm gonna throw my sunglasses at that mountain.
Want to see me do it again?
I'm not rusty at all.
This is great. The cat.
Dude, Green Lantern officer
spinning it on his finger.
Ring says you've got a Class A galactic super weapon.
I like how he's writing it like as he's delivering the warrant.
Class A galactic super weapon, whatever that is.
Whatever that is.
I honestly, I kind of feel bad for Kyle. I do. He was just trying to do his job.
He's doing his job.
I like how immediately he's doing his
job. Simone was like, yeah, take it, Doper Gurn. Whoa.
Like, what would actually happen, they might exchange a few blows, and then it's like, listen, you want a beer? Like, and then he just be like,
it's got a drill.
He's got a drill.
He's reaching for the drill.
He's reaching.
He's reaching his arm towards the heavens.
Stop him.
I'm thinking it's the giant man.
This is great.
Yeah, that was good.
He's spinning the glasses.
Gurren Lagann's mine, officer. Just who the hell do you think you are?
So
Simon, why did you just immediately assault a police officer?
Sir,
I saw you loitering. I'm gonna need to see some kind of thing. Who
the hell do you think you are? Immediately tased and on the ground.
I was wondering who they were
Pissing
going
yourself.
to put as his co-pilot. But
Oh, if you're gonna get viral.
yeah, Viral or Nia. Well, Nia wasn't really a co-pilot. Viral or Rasu or even Kamina. But I guess he doesn't really need a co-pilot. Let's be real here. He doesn't.
No.
He
No, he
generates
does
enough
not.
spiral energy either way.
His
So-
co-pilot is himself
Is that
that believes in
fucking-
him.
That's Balrog
was-
from Street Fighter.
I was gonna say, is that the fucking
Good reference to their. Well, who was that? Or is it that? What was it? One death battle, the boxing
Balrog
match.
versus TJ combo, which is a great
yeah.
one, by the way.
Oh, must have been Balrog then. Yeah.
And it just seems like an escalation, Simon. Like, did we really?
Yeah, I do that.
Yeah.
He gets 4, hits him up into the fucking exosphere, and then he turns into the second biggest transformation.
Requesting backup. Requesting backup. Like... Then he does
The
go straight
vacuum
into
cleaner.
the Yellow Lantern ring.
Yeah.
I was kind of expecting Green Lantern, and then White Lantern would encompass all the other things. I do kind of like that he just like has the other.
Other lanterns.
Yeah, it's like-
powers.
Almost like Green Lantern is like just the shirt he runs around in rather than the power level he's currently at.
And then just
And then
brings out
Shenron.
Shenron. It's the same thing I thought. Yep, and then the Red Lantern.
Which is
Moose
it's just kind
horns?
of it's like horns. It is kind of in injustice to Atrocitus. His ultimate is he blasts you and then he turns into a giant red cow creature that hits you.
Oh
and,
yeah, I remember.
that
I
vomits
remember.
blood
Yeah.
on you.
I remember. Yeah,
I
classic.
remember the vomiting blood bit.
I remember. Amazing.
Tell me about it.
This is great.
Amazing. Hold on. Line up
Welcome
the
to
shot.
Chip Carvello's pudding challenge. No,
Big back
Joel!
swing.
Joel, watch out, Joel! Oh,
Good follow through.
what is the?
Shot. Nice shot.
Oh, nice shot!
The head gets knocked off.
Yeah, the head knocks off.
Drill pops out. Love it.
They do this one, and then it's just.
And they just in space. They just teleport into space.
He's like, "Hey, what's going on here?"
Oh, what?
I do
that
like how we get
compassion?
the lattices, the crystalline.
That's nothing. My drill will pierce the heavens.
Almost crashed out here. I was like, "Oh, it's over."
Yep.
Time to destroy everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. It just jumps into that. It's like,
I like
I'm
how
like-
we get the
I'm like-
title.
oh yeah, no, it's great. We're like, Simone,
You
you're
know-
jumping like 4 transformations here, buddy.
This shot's
Simon,
great.
you're like way up here. I need you like down here. Okay.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's
You, I
cut through
stepped
the
in,
dimensions.
loser. Like that, Simon. Like Earth is right there, dude. I mean, he could bring it back,
Get easy.
but like,
Yeah, he just wills it back into existence.
Love the music too.
this is great. Also, this
Is that?
the aura
What?
here, dude. Like,
Yeah.
Nah, bro. It's the face.
Well,
Look
I
at
said
that
he likes-
face.
He said he
Look
likes
at the
Superman.
it's like,
Chad's face.
is this supposed to be
bro.
like cosmic armor Superman? I think it is.
Yeah.
You guys know who
Chad
cosmic
face,
armor
bro.
Superman is,
The-
right?
Isn't that he's like
did
white
not.
and gold and
But it's like they give him. Is that the Justice League animated? It's like the,
Oh,
the
yeah.
build.
I
That's
think
the
it is
older-
very inspired. Which, I mean, Kyle, I think first appeared on TV in the Superman animated series, so that would be a nice little touch. But I think it is supposed to be just cosmic armor Superman, right? But I do like how he spawns a blue shield of hope and a green sword of will. As if you don't know, the relationship between Blue and Green Lanterns is that Blue Lanterns can really only use their power like to the max with the Green Lantern, as they basically supercharge them.
Yeah.
And so they are, because they're the blue ring of hope. And so what strengthens your will more than hope? And so,
oh my god, so based.
And so I like how they are the sword and shield of the emotional spectrum. There goes in. That's really cool. I'm a digger, I'm a lantern.
We do the impossible. See the invisible. Touch the untouchable. Break the...
And you just...
I was like going back and forth.
I do like the Wonder Woman little sign there, because
nice.
he, you know, it's like, oh, shield to take inspiration from Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
If you ain't know...
Now you know. Gets the vision.
He's got the Superman rage blast.
Vision, yeah.
Now you know.
God, it's so...
Probability missiles.
Yup.
I will remove them.
Nope.
Nah.
And we get the source wall. What if
what
there's
that
any
is?
goodies in here? Yes, this is the source wall. I don't know if I was wondering if it's like, oh, it's Optimus Prime.
It looks like there's shapes.
Yeah, wait,
but
what are those?
It looks
what-
like there's shapes.
There's definitely things. Like, what's that?
Oh wait, no, those are
Is
like
that
two
supposed to be the
mechs.
icon of sin? There might not
a
be anything in here,
dragon's
but
Well, it looks like a robot to the right, and
that's a robot. There's a
like
tail up.
thing with horns.
There's a back end on the top right, which is the same as the one on the left. There's going to a
that
face.
looks like DC's Ares. These might just be kind of references to, you know, just DC things, or just like vague representations of the source wall. Because the source wall's very Jack Kirby. I don't know if he actually made it, but like it is a very Jack Kirby construction.
I'm Simone the Digger. If
I like that. The point. I'm gonna get you, bitch.
there's a wall in my way, I'll smash it down.
Yeah.
I can't believe they actually had him break through the source wall. That's so awesome.
It's so in character. Oh, what is the text saying?
I think it is the life equation. Because the anti-life equation is like an actual
Y
equation.
equals hope and N wisdom.
The
And N
anti-life
equals
equation
one.
is like an actual equation you can look up.
Or Y equals hope.
I think it's like
Oh,
really
maybe.
lame to like like actually have the
Y
anti-life equation.
equals mx plus b.
Yeah, Joe, look up the anti-life equation. I want to see if this is something that you learn in calculus.
Well, imagine Darkseid like wasting your whole life trying to like acquire this stuff, and I can just do a Google search and know it. Like, come on, bro.
Well, you see, we transcend his fiction, right? Yeah, like we're just dimensionally tiered higher.
Okay, so the life equation. Okay, so the anti-life equation is loneliness plus alienation
And you already lost me.
Plus-
like I'm already like
plus fear, plus despair, plus self-worth, divided by mockery, divided by condemnation, divided by misunderstanding, times guilt, times shame, times failure, times judgment, where N equals Y, where Y equals hope, and N equals folly. Love equals lies, life equals death, and self equals dark side. Joe, can you calculate that out for me?
Yeah, no, I think that's really stupid. I'm gonna be real on this one. I think it's dumb as shit. I much prefer the anti-life equation to just be this higher source code.
That equation
unknowable.
doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make. You have n equaling more than one thing.
N equals
No,
Y.
you can just slot
Y
multiple things
equal-
in there, right? Like
Wait, but what is N?
Well, n is
Wait,
folly.
N is
or
Y.
N
N
is
is folly.
N is
N is
Y.
Y, and
no,
Y
N
is hope.
That's all the
Oh,
same.
N is
It's-
folly. N is folly. So folly equals hope because N equals Y.
yeah.
So folly and hope are the same.
Well, hope is to folly, right? I think that's what we're getting at
Okay.
here. Yeah.
So love equals
Joe, get
lies.
the whiteboard.
Joe, we need to map this out here.
Now, to find the life equation, do you just put the absolute values on the end of the anti-life equation, or like a negative sign at the end? Like,
It's all just communicative property. for Matt, you know?
Uh,
Property. I'm just...
wait, has the Riddlers did the Riddlers solve the
Here.
anti-life equation? What?
There we go. I'm gonna stop streaming for just a second so Joe has more space here. We'll go back to it in just a minute.
Close. So...
Okay, John. Here we go.
N equals Y, right?
Yeah, I can be down with that. I can be down with that principle.
And it says N equals... Or, no.
N equals Y. So Y equals hope.
This is
yeah,
dark side and
wow.
decide
Y equals
in
hope.
apocalypse.
N equals folly.
Right.
Right, okay.
So therefore, folly equals hope.
Yes. So we've got we have love equals lies. We have life equals death. Wait, so it's loneliness plus alienation.
But none of those even have anything else to do with the giant main equation.
Those are
Also,
additions.
are you looking at the anti-life equation or the life equation?
I'm looking at the anti-life equation. There is no life equation.
There is a life equation. There is.
Where is it?
We've done that's what Kyle has. He has the life equation. Which I'm pretty sure a life equation is just a mommy and a daddy who love each other very much.
Gabe, I thought you were searching up the life equation, not the
I
anti-life
tried. I
equation.
can't find it. There's nothing there. I can have a little picture of the anti-life equation. The life equation isn't a thing. Wait, hold on. Wait.
Well, I'm just saying we write the anti-life equation out and then we just put a negative at the very beginning. So there we go.
Hold on. I got it. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna do this.
Are you just gonna look up?
It's literally saying
word?
it's as a combination of the lights of the emotional electromagnetic spectrum, which is just the red, yellow, blue, pink, red. Oh, I already said it. Green. So it's just all those colors equals life.
Okay. So I the life equation. So I asked GPT to try and write me the. So the thematic equation for life is hope plus will plus love plus compassion plus freedom plus life equals liberation. Or sometimes you have individuality times free will
down,
equals life. Decide, I need you to write this shit down, Decide.
I asked ChatGPT for the answer.
We have hope, will, love, compassion,
where's my phone?
freedom.
There's gotta be something here.
Freedom, life, freedom.
Life's freedom one. There's only 5 rings, aren't there?
Hope, will, love,
well,
compassion,
he asked ChatGPT,
freedom.
Joe. Of course it's gonna be wrong.
I don't know.
Equals
equation.
And what does this equal? Liberation?
Equals liberation. Or sometimes individuality times free will equals life.
Wait, no, we got it. I'm on Reddit, which is just one step above ChatGPT.
That's what we're going to train the ChatGPT algorithm off.
Apparently, we've got... I also know that the life equation formula has been listed as companionship plus understanding plus assurance plus joy plus altruism divided by respect divided by commendation... Or this is the life equation, okay. Divided by sympathy, times innocent, times dignity, times success, times acceptance, Y equals N, where Y equals despair, and N equals caution. Love equals truth. Death equals rebirth.
It's just the opposite of the anti-life. Duh.
Yeah, duh. I told you right at the anti, put a negative.
That's a whole fucking... This is a whole... Like all the...
Okay, wait. What were the N and Y's for the life equation, Rhett?
All right, N and Y. Okay. Where
so N equals what?
N, where Y equals despair and N equals caution. Love equals truth. Death equals rebirth.
So N equals caution. Y equals despair.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Got it.
N equals Y again.
I'm gonna be real here. I don't think this comes out to a number.
Right. Look, if you have caution, you will despair. Hope is follyful. It's folly to be hopeful.
It's holly jolly.
It's holly jolly. It's all mumbo jumbo.
That's the what's the Antichrist equation?
It's all Wumbo, you know. It's all Wally and Wope is for Wumbo.
Wait, Joe, have
Okay.
you divided it by
and
commendation
despair.
yet?
Right? Yeah, Joe. Did you divide it by condemnation yet?
Well, hold on.
I'm not writing that whole fucking thing, dude.
Joe, you're gonna keep this on your board. You're gonna bring
really want me to.
You're gonna bring like a no, Joe. I was hoping
Right.
you'd keep it on there so then you like bring a girl over. She goes in your room, opens your closet, you
Want to
just
see
have
my
the wife.
anti-life?
I can
You
explain.
just the wife and the anti-life equations.
So, anyways, hold on,
I
guys.
can
Hold
explain.
on. There is the life equation literally in the death battle. Maybe we can parse it out from the background.
What?
I actually want to where does it go? I want the whole fucking thing.
What
There
are
you
the
go.
values?
That and that. There we go. Maybe we can get.
Yeah, because it gives you the thingy. Yeah, companionship, infinity, and blah blah blah.
Self equals infinity.
And versus self equals dark side.
Yeah. Serenity.
Selflessness. N equals wisdom. Love equals truth. Y equals hope.
And freedom. N equals Y, where Y equals. Fuck.
Success. I saw success. Oh wait. Oh, we can see it better in the back.
I think you just gotta vibe it out, the life equation. Like, you just.
Pride. Let's say pride. Success plus freedom. Love equals truth. N where equals Y, where Y equals
Despair.
consolation plus will.
Now, decide. Have we tried apathy yet? Try running apathy through the equation. Let's see where that gets us.
Wait, so it's you might as well just do divided by condemnation.
Plus a times approval.
Right. Misunderstanding.
Companionship. Oh, Rhett, look in the back left.
Back left.
Back left. That line there is a lot more clear.
Self-worth plus times adulation times.
Times.
Is that
Approval.
that's approval times
Yeah.
understanding. Well, that's just a dot,
righteousness.
but that means times righteousness,
Yep.
times pride,
Times
times
righteousness.
success,
Times-
times freedom. Where N equals Y, where Y equals hope and
N equals wisdom.
wisdom. Love
And
equals
love
truth.
equals truth.
Life equals eternity. Self equals
and self
infinity.
equals infinity.
Well, there
Oh
we
my
go.
God, we
There
found
go.
it.
We got it.
We
We've done
found
it.
it.
We've beaten Darkseid. We've done it.
Decide, we found it. Decide. Write that shit down. Decide.
Put a negative in front of it, Decide. Put a negative in front of it.
Okay.
Wait,
Well-
Joe, did you get all that?
I was
what we
writing the
said?
anti-life.
You got the anti-life equation. Remember, all we gotta do is
Okay.
put a negative.
And then observe.
Oh, we've done it. We saved the universe.
Anyways, check this out, Dark Side. Wait.
Oh, it's an eye.
Oh, can I
Decide. It's an eye. Decide.
The eye? No.
Decide. Oh,
Wait, is this Decide or is it Darkseid?
no, he's Decide. I'm Darkseid.
Oh,
Decide's
four-letter
the
word.
equation.
4-letter word, boys. What do we need? What do we need for the hope of for the
Yep.
episode?
Wood. Final answer. We need wood. Wood burns things. We can light it on fire.
Where's the kindling?
Is there a W? Is there a W?
I already said there was an eye, Steppenwolf. There's no eye. Yeah, because I'm Darkseid, you're Decide, so that would mean Red Steppenwolf.
Steppenwolf, you
Is
fucking
there
idiot.
is there an O? Decide. Is there an O? Decide.
What is that?
Is it Decide?
It's wood. It's wood. It's wood.
No, it can't be.
Is there an H?
Wait.
Is there an H?
Is there an H?
Oh!
Hope design.
No, no, it's wood, your lord.
It's what?
Is it Hobe?
Joe, keep that on there. Joe, keep that on.
Just leave that on behind us.
Yep, just keep. No, I mean just like don't erase it. Like,
Oh
keep
my
it
god. Okay. Let's get back to
That's
the
the
episode.
that's the thumbnail. Is gonna be Joe's part of the thumbnail is gonna be him in front of the anti-life equation.
This is what matters.
This exists.
This exists.
There is no life. There is no nothing. This exists.
Y equals N. Communicative property. Hope is folly. Okay.
Yeah, Simo just walks up, puts a negative in front of the anti-life equation, just fucking get fucked, dark side. I do like this, you know, having this be very similar to the, to stylistically to the outro. I don't know if that's what they were going, but yeah.
Oh my fucking face.
When he's walking with Bunta.
Yes, Kamina.
Upgrade them glasses.
And then it breaks apart. Oh, that's the meme. That's the stance meme. That was a bit ago. You guys remember that meme? The wide stance meme?
I do remember that.
Yeah.
Arms crossed and you're just as wide as you can get. Yes.
I was kind of hoping the lines would, like, bend around it.
Uh-huh. That's a lot of animation.
This was awesome.
This was dope as hell.
The White Lantern surrounded by the emotional spectrum as drills.
Dope.
With the White Lantern, yo.
You got that creativity.
Uh-huh. Hold on. Does this almost kind of look like an old kind of like 80s, 90s anime kind of like aesthetic here? I don't know, that's just me, maybe.
Maybe.
Blackest. So, there's a little backstory to this music. This is called Will of the Drill. It was a there is like the lead composer, like songwriter, one of them at least for Death Battle, Brendan Yates. He does a lot of these songs. He also does songs for matchups that haven't happened yet or aren't really related to Death Battle. And so a long time ago, he wrote Will of the Drill. And so a lot of people were like, oh, are they going to reuse Will of the Drill? Are they going to make a different one? Because usually, if he has one already, they make a new one. But they ended up just using Will of the Drill because it is like his most popular one.
That's great. I love it.
I like how the spiral crack.
Uh-huh.
It's cracked in the spiral.
The super weapon wasn't your mech. It was me.
It was me.
Then,
That was fucking.
I'm taking you in brightest day.
And then the movie.
I like how they're
I
just
have
doing
yet
it,
to
yep.
see the movie, but everybody's seen this scene from the movie.
Yep.
No evil.
And then with the comic, you know, the comic onomatopoeia as well.
Well, also the dots, you know.
So you get, you know, the hard ink lines with Simon, and then the comic paneling. Yep.
No evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship evil.
Imagine if they were like, well, you see, Simon lost because his drill could, you know, he could drop it. You know, the ring stays on his hand. You know.
Oh,
Like,
shut the.
He
Oh
can't
my
lose
god.
it.
Evil's might. Beware my power.
Simon's looks a little uncanny there. Simon, you alright, bud?
Uncanny sumo.
He just got punched in the face.
He got cosmically
little-
hit by the concept of Will.
Yeah,
Show
no, he's-
Simo the anti-drill equation.
Anti-drill. Again, Simon don't care. He's gonna put a negative right in front of that equation.
Nice.
It's just cool. And it's just like, well, you see, Simon won because his item can hurt people, while his can't really. I mean, it would suck to get punched with, but that would suck more to get punched with. So,
Yeah.
I mean, this is clearly a Simon win from the beginning.
Let's see you grit those teeth!
Yes.
You make
Good lantern.
The ring's like, you know what? You said it, homie. I'm ditching you. Like,
Simon of Earth, you have been chosen.
Just who the hell do you think I am?
Oh, it was so good.
yeah. So I think the real loser here is Ben 10, knowing that Alien X will never be able to do this. Ew, I stepped in loser. Time, huh? Thanks for the tip. So before we get into Wily Tom, which I'm sure our discussion on will just be completely vibistically based, the anti-vibe equation, if you will.
That's something that Joe's gonna come up with. Joe's gonna create the anti-vibe equation.
Give me 20 minutes.
Guys, I came up with something.
As hype as this death battle is, this may be a dark sign of things to come for me, personally, on a personal level. Because they went into a lot of, like, untranslated source books for this, which,
Brett's at a disadvantage.
No, that's not it. So one of Godzilla's strongest arguments against Hulk comes from an untranslated novelization. And if they're willing to use that, guys, I'm scared. Guys, I am
What is it?
terrified.
What is it, Rhett?
It's the novelization of Godzilla Singular Point, the anime.
Oh, okay.
Which just like hypes him up pretty good.
More than Hulk. The Hulk ate everything.
No, he didn't. Hulk didn't eat everything. That was the one below all, using the Hulk's body as a husk. Hulk did outmuscle the physical manifestation of the 7th and 8th cosmos, which included Hulk, meaning that Hulk is not only stronger than himself, but he is stronger than himself and every single other thing an infinity of times. But
God, that's the goal. I'm trying so hard to do that, but I can't.
We can cross that bridge when we get there. Let's get into Wily Tom. What do you guys think? How do you guys feel like that is going? Really?
So I'm not gonna punch anything in yet.
Yeah, no, neither am I.
While I did grow up watching both Looney Tunes and Tom and Jerry. Tom and Jerry was like me and my brother's thing. We always went back and forth on who we thought was going to win. I always thought that Jerry was going to win, and he would always say that Tom was going to win. And obviously, most of the time, Jerry would win, but every once in a while, Tom would win, and he would get to rub it in my face. But that was something that we grew up with, and Tom got his ass kicked a lot. A lot. He took a lot of hits.
I mean, we literally see it in this preview. A lot. Like,
it's like this is like getting shot, exploded, turned inside out. Like whatever you could think of, it's probably happened to them.
Burn into a pile of ashes and then reform.
And
just and like
yep.
Get squished into an accordion.
For now, I'm going to be on Team Tom. I think
personally, I'm more of a Tomcat kind of guy. I think Tom and Jerry has. I think Looney Tunes is overall funnier, like overall, but I think Tom and Jerry has the best slapstick ever made.
It was I mean, it was all slapstick. The whole thing was slapstick. They couldn't speak.
Well, no, it's not just. Sure, it was all slapstick, but that's not my praise. My praise is that it was all utterly really fantastic slapstick.
Yes, on top of that.
Like, I think no cartoon has the hits quite like Tom and Jerry. Like, Jerry run around a corner, Tom sprinting after him just for him to, like, turn into a baseball bat that knocks all of his teeth out as it, like,
or it turns his body like this. It turns his body like that.
Yeah.
And now he has to walk around like this until...
Well, I'm not even talking about just the visual goofs and gaffes. I'm talking about the actual impacts themselves. Yes. They usually just land so well. I think Tom and Jerry... So I think I'm on Team Tom, but like...
Right now, I'm
Wile
on Team Tom.
E. Coyote Like,
He's always getting bombed. It's constant. Getting crushed
like
by anvils.
with all the Acme shit.
Yeah, literal military weapons and IUDs and
IUDs?
Sorry, no, not IUDs. Fucking why am I blanking on it? The big missile.
ICBM.
Thank you.
Well, IEDs is the improvised explosive device.
Those two.
And then the anti-life equation is loneliness plus plus
Joe, that's what you should. Joe,
Yeah,
you should.
I can
Joe,
study this for life, but I know the real anti-life equation is just a simple 9mm.
Joe, you need to take a picture of, like, take your phone, just get up really close to it, take a picture of that, and make that your Discord profile picture. Just the anti-life equation. What is that? Anti-life.
Anti-life. I solved it. What did I say? Reddit granted unto me the means.
You want to know what the answer to the
Misinformation.
anti-life equation was?
Well, yeah, because you got the life equation. 1 mom plus 1 dad equals
Baby.
a baby. You know, that's the life equation.
The anti-life equation is the Colt 1911.
Plus my temple. Yeah.
Dark side. You didn't have to go rampaging across the universe. I could just give you this.
The Colt 1911 plus 9mm into
Well, apparently
my
the anti-life
temple.
the funny thing is, apparently, if you add the anti-life equation to a computer, you get zombie bonsai buddy. You get a zombie virus, literal computer virus that can affect brains, and that is what Deceased is about.
I think you need, Joe, test this out right now. Can you put that on a hard drive and plug it in your own computer, and we test it out?
Dude, I'm so tired.
Just like, I'll be back.
Well, while Joe causes a mimetic kill agent virus across all of computers, I think that's it from us.
I can move out of my way. Whiteboard. Damn it.
Thank you so much for watching me, the Custodians. I'm Rhett.
Hold on. What is he doing? Hold on.
Where is it?
I'm so
is
tired,
he
man.
doing?
I can't even laugh anymore.
Oh, but my jaw, my cheeks hurt so much.
No, that was a great fight. I had a lot of fun with that one.
Oh, there it is.
Joe, wait.
What?
Joe, wait.
I'm gonna put this into my computer real quick.
Can you
There you go.
believe that Darkseid put that on the Earth and then just lost it? The fucking dumbass. God, the
DC
Zack Snyder movie
sucks.
is just so bad.
Oh, he literally lost it on a sticky note. I mean, I don't
He
blame
lost
him.
it on the one planet he lost on. How do you
Zack
forget
Snyder-
that, you freaking idiot? Oh!
Apparently, Zack Snyder wanted the Riddler to solve the anti-life equation.
Riddle me this,
if it's-
Darkseid.
Only if it's the Jim Carrey Riddler. Then he can totally solve it.
Riddle me this,
Batman.
Darkseid.
Thank you so much for watching with the Custodians. I'm Brett.
I'm the anti-life equation.
I solved it.
I solved you, bitch. This was Kyle versus Simo. Have a good one. Bye.